Well, Josh, I think I might be wise enough now. Over the last few days, I've been able to learn so much in just a few short lessons. I think I got it together now.
Hey there, Mr. Doug. How you doing today?
Well, I'm doing fine and dandy. How about yourself there, Mr. Josh?
Well, I'm doing peachy keen. Are you ready to hit the next chapter of Proverbs with me today? I think I got something for you that you can ponder on and maybe apply to your life and be a little bit more wise.
Well, Josh, I think I might be wise enough now. Over the last few days, I've been able to learn so much in just a few short lessons. I think I got it together now.
Well, I don't mean to burst your bubble there, Mr. Doug, but I don't have it together, and I've been reading this book for the last 15 years pretty consecutively, and I still have a lot of room to grow. Are you sure I can't take you through this chapter here, at least in a couple of verses, and emphasize something for you to think on today?
You mean after 15 years or so, you don't even have it all figured out?
Not at all. I'm considerably wiser than I was years ago. But we're all on this journey. I need the same instruction and direction and wisdom reminded or re-given to me, even though I may have heard it over and over again, to continually, as we stated yesterday, bind them about my neck and write them on the table of my heart.
Well, furry friends and fiddlesticks. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's jump right into, I think we're on chapter 4 today, right?
Right, today is chapter 4, and there's just a few verses I'd like to leave with you, so this will be real quick. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 23 is the only verse that I'd like to focus on today. Again, every verse in Proverbs has some sort of value for us. So I would challenge you to read Proverbs yourself. Get into it and go through it yourself. But I just have a specific verse I'd like to focus on today. And this coming month, if we go through this section again with Doug or maybe one of his friends, we can talk about all the other topics that are found in the book of Proverbs. But Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 23 is where I'd like to focus today. Proverbs 4:23 states, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life." I don't mean to beat against something that is cliche, but one of the greatest lies that I believe you could be told, whether from the pulpit or from your peers, is to follow your heart. Truly, a man who follows his heart in the storms of life or in the decisions that are most important will quite often end up against the rocks. When we follow our heart, we are destined to fail, is essentially what I'm trying to say. And that's not to say that our heart cannot be right at times. The heart makes an amazing caboose. But the engineer, or the engine of that train, so to speak, must be the Lord Jesus Christ, must be sound wisdom and doctrine. Our heart is essentially our inner man or our inner woman, our feelings, the things that drive us, who we are on the inside, our emotions, our soul. And when we are challenged and admonished in the book of Proverbs to keep our heart, it goes on to give very specific words to say, with all diligence, meaning it's not an easy thing. It is not a natural thing to bridle and put our heart, our emotions, our feelings into subjection under the will of God and sound wisdom. But when we do, we have answers and peace through the issues or the storms or the trials or the ups and the downs of this life. And so let me challenge you, dear listener, let me challenge you today to step back and reflect. Do I keep my heart with all diligence? Because understand, the heart will lie. Quite often, our feelings, our emotions, our heart will lie. Our heart will drive. If we let just our heart, our feelings, our emotions, our soul guide our life, it will drive us, and it will drive us quite often away from God, away from what we were made to be, and to our passions and our pleasures. But when we have Christ on the throne, when we let Christ lead our heart, it is an amazing component to this life, and our heart will survive. Don't listen to the lies. Don't let it drive, but understand that we were created with emotions, thoughts, and feelings for a reason. I'm not coming up against those things. Put them into subjection under Christ today. Keep thy heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues, flow the issues of this life. I hope you'll come back again tomorrow for part 5 of the Wisdom series. And if you liked today's video, please consider sharing it or let me know what you think below. Love y'all.